Wondering if the free spirit play kit from LOVEVERY is worth it? Today, I'm gonna get into all the nitty-gritty of it, including how it financially compares to purchasing Amazon or Etsy dupes, as well as our personal qualitative experience with it. If you guys are new here, my name's Rachel from The Confused Mom. Welcome to my channel. I've been reviewing all of LOVEVERY's play kits, as well as Monty Kids and KiwiCo, so make sure to hit that notification and subscribe button so you don't miss future reviews. And I will leave a link to all of those past reviews in the description box below, as well as where to purchase any of these similar alternative items I mentioned in this video if you wanted to curate it yourself. The free spirit play kit from LOVEVERY is the last play kit in the 2 to 3 year old range. You can introduce this much earlier than 34 months, and these items are going to last well beyond 36 months as well. It is definitely the play kit I was personally most excited about. I knew some of the items in it would quickly become my daughter's favorite, and my assumption was right. Let's get into what the actual items are and what it would look like to recreate this on your own. First up is going to be this little wooden camper van with a set of keys to lock and unlock the doors. I knew my daughter was going to be obsessed with this item. It has been one of her absolute favorites. The wheels are rubberized for a really nice smooth ride. The lock and keys are really easy. It is the exact same lock for both sides of the door, so you just have 2 keys even though they're both the same. Very easy beginner lock and key set, so it's age appropriate without a doubt. And before I get into the dupes of this item, I want to talk a little bit about the next item since they kind of go together. That is these little outdoor adventure dolls. So it is 4 wooden peg dolls, each with a color coordinated sleeping bag. Ours came with this tent, but on their website right now, the tent's not on there, so I'm not sure if they're still shipping it with the tent or not. I really hope they are, because that is definitely one of my daughter's favorite things. If you recently got this, let me know if they're still including it or not. Keep us all posted so that we all know what to expect. I knew she was going to be obsessed with this. This was an item we gave her early before the intended age range. Once baby brother came, I knew we would get hours of use out of this, and I was right. She loves to put her dolls to sleep. She loves to put them in the camper van and pack up the car. She loves locking and unlocking the doors. The biggest hit from this play kit, maybe even from this entire year of toys from LOVEVERY. So as far as dupes and similar items for both the camper van and these little camping friend toys, the most similar one is going to be this Hape Adventure camping van. It is a great size, a functional camper van with little people and accessories to act out those pretend play, social emotional situations. However, unlike LOVEVERY's, it does not feature a lock and key mechanism, but it is the most all-inclusive alternative I could find. The other dupes that I found are Melissa and Doug's rescue car garage, a little bit different in that it is a rescue vehicle car garage with 3 different locks on the top, and then you open up the garage and there's little wooden toys. So the lock is not in the actual vehicle, but it is going to be a really nice alternative. Also, unlike LOVEVERY's, which is a super durable wood, if you've ever used Melissa and Doug toys, you know they're really cheap, thin plywood with kind of like a printed paper sticker on it, so that can chip with time and show quite a bit of wear, whereas LOVEVERY's is going to be a much more durable option. If you wanted a plastic option, Batatat has the same thing as the Melissa and Doug Rescue Car Garage, only all plastic. And then in terms of a van that is going to be the most similar to LOVEVERY's quality, but again, it does not feature a lock and key feature, is going to be La Toy Van Surf Van. So you guys always ask me about our dollhouse in her playroom. This is going to be the same brand. Not easily accessible in the US, but it is beautiful. Next is going to be the wooden counting box with interchangeable cards that allow you to place pegs in for a hands-on learning experience on quantity. There's a wooden pull lever here that releases the pegs, which slide out of the bottom. And what I like about this toy is obviously it teaches one-to-one correspondence. It's very Montessori aligned. It brings quantity from the page to a 3D hands-on learning experience. So those are all great. You can also store the wooden pegs easily in the box here. I do also really like that you can only do 1 card at once. The Amazon alternatives for this all feature 10 wooden placards, and you would put the different wooden pegs into each of those placards. So you could do multiple at once. I know my daughter pretty well. I know if that was an option for her, she would put 1 peg in the 1 card, 1 peg in the 10 card. She would just willy-nilly all over the place with it. I do like that this really does control of error. It does really force only working on 1 number at a time without the parent needing to only set out 1 wooden card at a time, if that makes sense. The next item is this 2-part geometric puzzle. It is intended to be kind of like an abstract scene of naturescapes. My daughter really really enjoys this puzzle. This one and the puzzle that came in the Investigator play kit have been her two favorite puzzles from this 2 to 3-year-old range. So much use out of both of those. I think we will get quite a bit of use long term as well. We also have the fractions puzzle from Monty Kids, and she has so much less interest in that versus this one from Lovevery. It definitely has taken her some time to master it. She still works on it, but it's not so challenging that she doesn't want to do it. And there are 4 different dupes for this, which I will link below. Some of them feature that same organic shape and high contrast color. Others of them feature more fractional puzzles, so you can kind of choose which one you want to go with. The next one are these lightweight solid wood stacking boulders. They have 18 sides and can be stacked a few different ways. I actually store them in the little wood box that they come with, so I actually put this just like this on her play shelf. I would say this is a really middle of the road item for us. It's definitely not an item she typically plays with on its own. It's more of an item that when we're playing with blocks, when we're building different worlds, gets used then, which I kind of am appreciative of because there's tons of options for this if you were to purchase it standalone on Amazon, with prices ranging anywhere from $13 to like $25. The next item is the Reach for the Stars matching card. This is a set of 5 shapes in 8 different colors for 40 cards in total. And you can do quite a few things with this set. You can sort, you can count, you can play memory matching games. I like that the pack is really customizable and it is going to grow with your child. And it could also be used much earlier. So we started using matching cards with my daughter when she was, I want to say, 18 months old. Obviously, you adjust it where you'd be face up, not memory matching with the backs facing up, but you can start with, you know, just 4 cards and working your way up to the whole set of 40. So it's something that can be introduced way earlier as well as be used for years down the road. Obviously, matching cards are something that is very easy to DIY, so this is by no means a must-have, and you can find dupes for this as little as $3 or as much as $25. But the cool thing about that one was that it came with a few different board games, so really teaching how those shapes match up with real life objects. We do get quite a bit of use out of it, but it is something that you could easily make yourself. And the last item that comes in this play kit is the Now That I'm 3 board book, and this is by far one of my favorite books that we've gotten from Lovevery in so long. It's also my daughter's favorite book that we have gotten in so long. I literally think this is her favorite book since Graham turned 2. No secret, I have an entire video about things to avoid in choosing books from birth to 6 years old. This book does such a good job. It's just a simple rhyming book walking you through a morning of a 3-year-old. And the reason I love this book is, unlike Bedtime with Zoe, which I go into why I don't like that book in that video I just mentioned, it actually is making parents' lives easier for the first time. So in Bedtime with Zoe, the little girl was brushing her teeth, not mom. But they got smarter with this book and they actually show mom brushing teeth, not the toddler brushing their teeth. And let me tell you, we read this book like 5 times a day. When she does not want me to brush her teeth, she wants to brush her teeth. It is so nice to be able to open this book up to that page and show her, see, the mom takes her turn first and then it's your turn. Positive modeling of things that make parents' life easier. Also teaching kids to keep trying and keep working at something. Stars dupes for this, nothing at all quite like Lovevery's. I cannot sing this book's praises enough. But the book Hands Can, which is a little board book that features real children as well and models positive things we can do with our hands, is a nice alternative if you want to add something similar to your library. And of course, just like all other Lovevery play kits, this comes with their little play guide, which is like the SparkNotes version of parenting for this age, with explanations of how to use the items, more activities you can do at home, and all of the research for their developmental milestones at this age that you probably don't have the time to look into yourself. So whether or not it's worth it, financially, it's kind of a gray area. If you wanted to get all of these items and recreate it as cheaply as possible, it would cost you around $104. If you wanted to get more of the higher quality dupes I mentioned, it could cost as much as $150. So financially, it's kind of a draw, which leads me to the qualitative experience. And like I said, this was definitely the play kit I personally was the most excited about from the 2 to 3-year-old play kits, and it did not disappoint. It really is my daughter's favorite play kit in terms of how many hours of use we've actually gotten from the items in it. By far her most played with toys from the play kits of this year. And like I mentioned too, Lovevery's are just going to be a higher quality and more durable than even some of the higher end dupes that I mentioned, like the Melissa and Doug Rescue Car Garage or the Hape one. I also love just what a well-rounded play kit this is. I think around this age, kids start to have a very distinct play personality, if you will. We really see where their interests lie, and this play kit gives a little bit of everything. Colors, shapes, numbers, pretend play, STEM challenges, even opportunities for enhancing their language, and also practical life reinforcement. So it really is just this really well thought out grouping of items. And if there's an item that your child just doesn't like, I personally find that reintroducing it every so often, so like she doesn't dislike the wooden counseling box, it's just something that I'm gonna keep reintroducing these next few months. But if there's an item that you're not interested in or your kid isn't interested in, you'll be very happy to know that Lovevery generally has an amazing resale value. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend. Like I mentioned, all of those similar items as well as those past video playlists are linked in the description box below. As always, my name's Rachel. Make sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss future videos. And until next time, check out those past Lovevery play kit reviews, check out my Montessori inspired gift guides. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to drop a comment below or hit me up on Instagram. Have a good one.